These My 600-Pound Moments will shock you. Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Film Title. My 600-Pound Life is a reality TV show where patients come in to hope to lose weight to live a normal life. Once you get to know the people on the show, however, you might find yourself wondering what's at play behind the scenes. For one, how is it that so many people can wind up losing so much? Can't they just stop eating? Does Dr. Now really care about his patients, or does he have ulterior motives? Here are some of the 600-pound moments that will shock you. When Dr. Now proved he isn't that good of a doctor.
So, how you getting along?
I'm doing much better.
Dr. Now has definitely become quite the famous reality television star thanks to the popularity of My 600-Pound Life, but some viewers might think that he basically just plays a doctor on television and isn't really that great at what he does. He certainly has an eclectic bedside manner, but Dr. Now is actually a real pioneer in his field with a long and successful career in medicine. For one, most doctors and hospitals will not accept patients over 450 pounds for weight loss surgery because they don't have the right equipment, but Dr. Now accepts many patients who far exceed that weight. Additionally, he was the first doctor in all of Houston to use laparoscopic techniques for procedures they hadn't been used for previously. He has also published about his work in prestigious medical journals, showing that he really does know what he's talking about. Alicia Nicole and Chuck Hard romantic relationships. In general, widespread fat phobia perpetuates a narrative that obese people are repulsive and that no one wants to be around them, let alone be in a romantic partnership with them. To that end, a lot of people might think that the patients on My 600-Pound Life are doomed to a celibate life of solitude and unable to find romantic love. But regular viewers know that nothing could be farther from the truth. Many, if not the majority of the patients, already have romantic partners when they enroll in Dr. Now's program, like Alicia, Nicole, and Chuck. Oftentimes, romantic partnership can dissolve during the show if one of the partners is uncomfortable with their loved ones making changes, like Laura, but even those patients find new love, like Zalin. It just goes to show that plenty of obese and even morbidly obese people have no problem getting a date. Medical malpractice lawsuit filed against My 600-Pound Life surgeon for retained object and patient. Now, a recent medical malpractice lawsuit has Dr. Now and Houston Obesity Surgery and Best Care Clinic Inc. named as defendants after a former patient alleged that Dr. Now left a stainless steel connector and tubing inside the patient. The lawsuit filed in September 2017 alleges that in 2015, Dr. Now performed laparoscopic surgery to repair a hernia and also remove gastric banding in a port. Just days after the surgery, the patient claims that she developed extreme abdominal pain and pressure that was inconsistent with routine post-operative pains. In intense pain, the patient went to the emergency room where a CT scan and ultrasound were performed. Doctors found a foreign body in the patient's abdominal cavity, and the patient consulted with surgeons to determine the best course of action for removing what was identified as a stainless steel connector and tubing measuring 29 centimeters. The lawsuit accuses Dr. Now of having improperly treated the patient, failing to completely remove all objects related to the gastric band system, and failing to recognize the objects that had been retained in the patient. It is alleged that Dr. Now breached the standard of care and was negligent, causing the patient to suffer complications including pain and suffering, pelvic pain, and adhesions requiring surgical intervention. The malpractice lawsuit seeks more than $200,000 in damages. Everyone has a follow-up episode.
I feel like a nasty, yucky monster.
My 600-Pound Life has gotten so popular that the TLC created a spin-off show, My 600-Pound Life, Where Are They Now? As you can see from the title, this show follows up on previous participants on My 600-Pound Life, checking in on them and seeing what progress they've made. It's usually quite heartening as many patients continue to make good progress and are much happier than they were before surgery. But if you're hoping that every patient gets a follow-up episode, that's not going to happen, as some of the participants didn't have a positive experience while filming. For example, Amber Rachdy, who starred in Season 3, Episode 1, has a real beef with the production company. They ran late, reshot difficult to replicate scenes, and really sort of acted like bullies, she shared in an interview with Starcasm. When I would say I had a boundary I didn't want to be crossed, their first reaction was always to threaten to postpone or cancel my surgery. Ugh, that sounds horrible. No wonder she doesn't want to go back. Rachdy also stresses that she doesn't regret her surgery and that Dr. Now is truly wonderful. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, Watch the next 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.